Fortnite's storyline just got more complex. So in anticipation of getting the visitor's rocket landing inside of Fortnite BR, we actually got some leaked audio logs between him and the Order.
Visitor, you're different. I remember you being taller.
Fascinating. You are not the Order I expected to meet when I picked up your distress call.
I have to admit, he sounds really cool. However, I do have some problems with this new version of the Visitor. And no, it's not because of the fact that he's a short king. One of the complications that arises is the fact that this Visitor is from a different timeline. Although this is an interesting plot point, I don't like it for two reasons. Fortnite has still yet to explain how time travel works, and this just adds more layers onto an already confusing timeline. Remember, at the end of Chapter 4, we went back in time and reset the 0 point, moving us into Chapter 5. And logically, Chapter 5 should have started from the same point as Fortnite Chapter 2. If each chapter moved forward through time, presumably at the same rate as the last 4 chapters, then right now, Fortnite Chapter 7 should be in the same spot as Fortnite Chapter 4. However, right now, we don't know if we've rewritten the timeline or if we're just continuing from where we left off in Chapter 4. But here's the interesting thing. The 7 are still fractured, and the Order has her memories. So if we were in, let's say, a new timeline, wouldn't this technically be a different version of the Order than what we've had before? But by all accounts, it doesn't appear to be. This is the exact same Order that we've come to know throughout the course of Fortnite chapters 1 through 4. Which leads me to my second frustration with this new Visitor. In some ways, I feel like it's a little cheap to introduce a new version of the Visitor without explaining exactly what happened to the old one. The last thing we heard about the old 7 is that their existence was being reshaped anew. Instead of giving any clarification or closure to that storyline plot point, we're now introducing a completely new version of the Visitor that's supposed to take the old one's place. Now listen, to be fair, old members of the 7 could still pop up. The community has been theorizing about a corrupted 7 controlled by the last reality for years now, so it could be the case that we get this new 7 team fighting off an older, corrupted version of the 7. I need to think this through a little bit more because in some ways it is complex, but in others I feel like Fortnite is building up to something really intriguing here. I think a lot of our questions are going to be answered, just not yet. But I want to know from you guys, all the theorists, how do you feel about all the lore that we've been getting? And do you feel like